All right, ladies and gentlemen, can you hear me now? Let me know if you can hear me now. Let me know if the audio is coming in loud and clear. Give me a thumbs up in the chat room if everybody can hear me, and give me a thumbs down if you cannot. Thumbs up if you can hear me, and give me a thumbs down if you cannot. All right. All right. Looks like I'm seeing some thumbs up over here. Okay. Apologies for that, ladies and gentlemen. You know, this is the most hated YouTube channel. So with that said, now that you can hear me, salute, and welcome. Welcome back over to the Black Ocean. You're now swimming in the deep end with your host, the one and only Great Black Shark. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, the Puke Tube monkeys are mad because of the last two broadcasts. And by the way, I am still editing both of those broadcasts so I can combine them into one and present them unedited on Rumble. So if you are not subscribed to the Rumble channel, make sure you scroll to the About section of this channel and make sure you go ahead and follow up over there. We will be firing up live content over there very soon. We're making some adjustments, getting some things set up in order, because there will be certain subjects that if we don't cover them on Patreon, we'll definitely cover them on Rumble. I try to give you all as much free content as possible, but sometimes there are some things that have to be put behind the Patreon wall. But I digress. If you sign up to Rumble, you're going to love the content that we have coming up over there. We'll be able to go into a lot further detail without the censorship over here on PukeTube. But tonight, we're going to get into some things that they are not going to want us discussing. Because, see, what we try to do over here on this platform, we try to give you all beneficial things that you can learn from. And as they learned the last time, when you butt in on any of my content, I'm just going to double down and make it sting even worse. And tonight, this is going to hit some hit dogs will holler. Like I said, if I'm not talking to those people, they shouldn't be offended. If it applies to them, then they're going to be offended. Tough titty, New York City, it is what it is. So, family, you saw the thumbnail, you saw the title. We're going to be covering the beneficial lessons of disrespect tonight. Now, I know a lot of y'all are saying, what in the hell could be beneficial about disrespect? Well, here's the deal. The reason why you would like to learn from disrespect and get lessons from it, you can learn how to play past that in the future. And the number one thing that you must look at when you are disrespected in the greater majority of situations, men and women, you have to look at, okay, what part did I play in setting this up? What part did I play in allowing this person to perceive me as someone to be disrespected? Or was it the wrong type of company you kept? There's a lot of things that you can analyze because, see, we're going to go over several different things that were sent to me. It came across my desk. A lot of fellows were like, hey, man, did you see this? Did you see this? I'm like, yeah, I saw it. And, you know, I usually try not to do this type of stuff. But when a lot of people want me to speak on something, I have to go ahead and acquiesce to the will of the people, especially those that support the channel. So we're going to do it in a teaching format as usual. So here's the thing, family. When it comes to respect, it is earned, but disrespect is also earned in most cases. Okay, but then you will have some people that they just seem to be disrespectful for no reason. So we got a couple of things we're going to review. Some of these things are already making their rounds on the internet. And I was just like, okay. When I saw some of this stuff, I'm like, yeah, we people are losing their mind in 2023. But here's the good news. From every lesson in life, every ordeal in life that you go through, there's a lesson. The problem is a lot of people don't learn from these things. So primarily, this is going to be directed towards the men tonight, okay? But there's going to be some lessons in here for the ladies as well, because, boy, sisters, when you see what I got to show you later on, boy, a lot of y'all probably go through your phones or want to punch the screen, because I got to ask y'all some questions about this and see if y'all will put up with this. But to the brothers, man, let me talk to y'all for a minute, especially my young black men. When you are establishing yourself out in the world and in your social circle or whatever, you want to try to lead with respect, and you want to try to do so by earning that by volume of your character, how you treat people. Okay, are you keeping your word? Are you a decent person? Do you try to, be courteous with people as far as it depends upon you? These are things that counts, but sometimes you can check all those boxes. You can do all of that and still fall short because there will still be some people that's just not good enough for. They have to try you. See, I'm gonna tell you a saying that we got in the family from one of my grandfathers. My grandfather used to say, "Hey, I hear now, boy. You reaching for a hoe card that don't exist." He used to always say that, boy. We used to bust our laugh, boy. Let me tell you, so rest his soul. Granddad was no joke. He did not play the radio, as we say down here. That old man was humble and respectful. But if you ever crossed him, boy, look here. It runs in my bloodline. I'll say that, And see, here's the thing about that. It's easier and it costs you nothing to show basic respect towards people. But we live in a culture today where that's promoted to be disrespectful. But see, here's the problem. Yes, this is America. You can choose to do or not do things. Okay. As I say, I apply Newton's third law of gravity to life and people. For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. So you can choose to be disrespectful, but here's the thing you got to be ready to deal with. There's consequences for that. Oh, yes. See, you would think that as we get to an adult age, that most of us would realize that there's consequences for every action that we take. But some people actually don't get that. Some people actually do not get that. Some people think that you can go around disrespecting people and there's never supposed to be a consequence of that. So this is why, unfortunately, you see a lot of these people with all this online trolling. They forget that the internet has shrank the world, to be honest with you. See, technology can be used for good things, but it can also be used for bad things and very stupid things. Case in point, I'm not mocking the young brother's death, but I'm pretty sure a lot of you in here remember the situation with the young guy, Indian Red Boy, right? I know a lot of y'all probably remember seeing that footage because it was him or his friend. I forget if it was him or his friend in one of the situations, but in the footage, and no, I'm not going to show that on this channel. Y'all can see it, it's out there. But the dude was sitting in the car, right? And he was on live with his friend on IG Live. They was talking. And apparently he was over in the territory of some of his ops or whatever. So like there was his buddy was joking with him. He was like, "Yeah, man, you better hold them ops. Don't get you, boy." And no sooner than probably about maybe 30 seconds after he said that, I guess they rolled up on him and boy, he didn't make it. I'm going to leave it at that. He didn't make it. It was ugly, man. Cause like, see, when I saw that, let me tell you what I think happened. In my conjecture, this is just my opinion. I can't confirm it. But he was sitting in the car and he said something about he was over there to see a chick or something. So I'm like, okay, either that chick set you up or before the Instagram live started, if he was outside recording and people saw street signs, because this was on the West Coast now. I'm like, hey, boy, you don't play like that, man. See, today, unfortunately, this is a lesson that Black parents must teach their kids before we get into the rest of this tonight. You have to teach your children that being online and threatening people and doing stupid stuff, that'll get you hurt and possibly killed, man. Especially when you're showing your location and people recognize landmarks or street signs. People always showing off. You see these people up here showing off all their money and stuff. See, particularly to my young Black men and our people in general, but let me talk to y'all for a minute before we get further into this tonight. Power is not showing off everything you have. In fact, power is the opposite. Power is silent. Power lies in your ability to be unpredictable. When people are not able to just easily assess what you are. They show how much money they have, all the stuff they got. I'm like, why are you doing this? If you got it and you have it, that should be enough. Who are you trying to impress? A lot of our young people are losing their lives trying to impress people, man, that don't mean a damn thing to them, can't do a damn thing for them other than bring them down, okay? See, it's your stuff. You should be able to do whatever you want to do. Here's what I'm going to tell you about that, though. If you are going to be flexing and flossing and showing things off online, you better make sure that you got the proper security to defend yourself. Because some of these knuckleheads out here are going to try you. Now, does that make it right? No, I'm not saying that they should. I'm not saying that you don't have a right to enjoy the fruits of your labor. What I'm telling you is, if you're the type of person where you have to get external validation from people in order for your life to have meaning, then I posit to you, you have not discovered the true meaning of life yet. You haven't. See, if you're securing things and you know that you have what you have or you're doing what you're doing, that should be enough. You don't really have nothing to prove to nobody. So when it comes to that with young men and out here trying to flex and floss, and young women too, because some of them are starting to imitate the young guys, ask yourself this question: is it worth it? For what? Just enjoy your life and live your life, okay? And the goal should be to live as long as possible if you're wise. But we're going to switch gears and get into a couple of things that we got to review here tonight regarding different scenarios. And I'm going to put together some things in context to hopefully it'll help some adults think about how they allow certain things in their life. Because see, let's be clear. A lot of the guys today that complain about different little things that's going on as far as with them and women or what have you, everybody can list what somebody did to you wrong. We all are good at that, okay? The other part that we're not good at, though, is, like I said at the beginning of the broadcast, assessing what part did we play in allowing these people to disrespect us. You understand? See, that's the part right there. If you don't have people in your close social circle that's telling you, hey, look, I understand what happened to you was messed up, not justifying it. But did you allow XYZ individual or people to have access to you that they did not earn? You understand? You know, I always taught y'all over here about time. That's the most precious, non-renewable resource on the planet. And once it's wasted, you don't get that back. You have to be guarded about your time. For successful people now, if you're a person, you ain't got nothing going on, I'm speaking Greek language to you. You don't even understand me. But for a person that's got something going on in life, okay, you respect yourself, you try to make the most of your time, you have to make people earn that. And a lot of people take that for granted, okay? So this comes to relationships as well. What I'm about to show you, and it's something all the brothers wanted me to speak on, so we're going to get into it here tonight, but we're going to analyze it from the standpoint of what this dude did wrong to allow himself to be in this situation. Because if you hear some laughter in my voice, it's funny, but it's sad at the same time. But I got to say it, man. It all depends on us on what we allow. So with that said, let me go ahead and greet my esteemed guests that join us over here. Again, apologies for the technical difficulties. There will always be something going on with this channel. It is what it is, but we shall power through it. Let me scroll up and see who I see over here in our chat room. Let me pull that up, make sure it's showing correctly. All right, here I see Patricia Slade in the building. Welcome, good sister. To Stay Woke, I see you over here. My moderator, Goddess Navi, welcome. Donna C in the building. Oh, my trucker out here, my brother Dunamis. Salute to you, good sir. I hope you're safe out there on the highways and byways. Patricia Jenkins, my moderator on daycare. Salute to you. Michael Williams. Let's see, I see Cutlass Reed in the building. Only Pamela's Way. The young brother Josh Norris is joining us over here. Project Leroy, moderator on deck over here. AK Sour Guy, good to see you, my sir there. Good to see you, good to see you. Tasha Peters, welcome, sister. Let's see, I see a little country lamb in the building. My good brother Nathaniel Perry, Devin Haley is in the house. Let's see, Blue J 3000, Sharia Thomas, sister, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Correct me if it's Shariah or whichever way you pronounce it. Let's see here, who else do I see join us? Eric Roberts in here. My brother Iron Will, GB King Harris. V Moss with those slim, silky legs. I see you, good sister, welcome. Charles Gibson in the house. Welcome to you. Deborah R. I see you too, sister. Welcome to all of you and everybody will be joining us over here tonight. So trigger warning, brothers, because a lot of you are going to have your simp flags waving on this. You're going to be like, oh, this is a simp, it's a simp. And he is, but we're going to have to analyze where he went wrong with this because, ladies, let me tell you something. What I'm about to show you, it's going to explain the reason why a lot of men have the attitudes they have today towards the current dating situation here in America, which is a horrendous mess on both ends of the equation. But I want y'all to take a look at what we're about to examine here tonight. And we're going to stop and break some things down as need be. So with that said, let's get started.
A-hole for refusing to pay for my stepdaughter's wedding because her real daddy is the one that's going to walk her down the aisle. So let me tell you guys about my stepdaughter, all right? She wants her real daddy to walk her down the aisle. Now, let me give you a little backstory on me and my stepdaughter. She just graduated from university, which I paid for. Now, she went to an in-state university, but it still cost me about $40,000. Now, I also bought her a car. I bought her a car straight after high school. That way she could go back and forth to school. I bought her a car. She still lives with me and her mother. She does not have a job. Now, she's set to be married on August the 8th. And for the past 6 months, that's all her mother been talking about doing. Being occupied with, being consumed most of their time. Now, her daddy, he don't contribute to not 1 cent on her. Not her education, not child support, which is partly her mother's fault because, you know, she didn't fight for that. And I guess that's just what the settlement was. And
all right. Yeah, this is what y'all wanted me to comment on, and now you're going to get my assessment on it. First things first, like the sister up here on the video says, just like y'all say women shouldn't do wifey stuff for a boyfriend, same thing applies to the men, and she's 100% right because, see, let's get straight to brass tacks on this, right? First and foremost, from what I understand, this brother is not married to the mother of this child that he's talking about. So if you're not married to her mother, that is not your stepdaughter. It is not. Okay? You can feel like it, pretend like it, but it's not. That's going to be made very clear in the ongoing assessment of this for those of you that haven't seen it. That's number one, we got to get out of the way first. Number two, from what I've been able to ascertain by studying this clip here, you heard him listing out all the stuff that he said he bought her a car and all this other stuff he did, paying for education, saying that the child's biological father isn't doing nothing at all and hasn't contributed. If his side of the story is to be believed, that's what he's telling us. Can't confirm that, but we just going to go with what we're hearing. And then he has the nerve to say that in addition to the father not doing anything, that the woman that he's with did not put him on child support and require anything of him. Now, fellas, most of us over here with sense know that you don't do this. This is not wise for you to do under any circumstances whatsoever. And for those that don't know, and he's going to say this later, that all of this took place in his house. But here's the thing, man. You've been with this woman for 10 years. You ain't married her. You saying that she don't require the stepfather to get no child support. Then I'm already seeing red flags with that because, see, this is what a lot of men are talking about when they say that these women in these situations with these kids, and we don't know if she was married to the child's father or not. Chances are she probably wasn't if it goes the way things normally go. But if she didn't put him on child support and require anything of him, then here you come providing a house and all this other stuff he's saying he's doing. Bro, you got played and you played yourself. You made a suck out yourself because, see, young black men, let me tell you something. Just like I tell people about time and don't let nobody waste that because it's a non-renewable resource. You make people earn access to your resources, your hard-earned resources. Let me tell you something. If you're a black man in America and you didn't grow up with a silver spoon in your mouth, you should respect every dollar that you earn. And the people that have access to your resources must respect you also. See, there's nothing wrong with being a traditional provider. I'm going to tell you right now, I have no issue doing that as a Gen Xer. That's the way I was raised. That's tradition in my family. And most brothers that are worth something don't have an issue providing either. The problem is some of these brothers are picking people to provide for that don't respect them at all. Because, see, family, as this goes on, you're going to see that this stuff didn't just happen overnight. See, here's the deal, right? A lot of women ain't going to like hearing this, but I will tell you a similarity that some women have with children. If you just spoil a child and give a child everything, a child doesn't appreciate that. When you make somebody have to earn something, then they tend to appreciate things a bit more, okay? You don't just throw the world at people before you vet their character. Number two, see if they reciprocate appreciation and respect for the things that you do for them, especially if they're coming from a situation where they was with a little dusty, sorry dude that didn't provide half the stuff that you provided. And she gonna treat, and see, that's another thing I'm gonna get into a bit later because, see, this is a good dude. He's a good dude, but he just don't have common sense. And see how you end up getting yourselves into these situations, young brothers. If you have low self-esteem And I say this to men and women alike. If you have low self-esteem, you really don't have no business dating with nobody. You really don't. If you haven't got your self-esteem level up to the point that, one, you respect yourself and you require that others show you respect, okay, as long as it's due and you're reciprocating that back out or you're projecting that out to people, you have to require people respect you before you start dating, and especially before you start doing things like he talking about he doing. Because I'm going to tell you right now, it's certain things that you only do if you married to that woman, okay? You don't do all of this, man. This is a mistake, man. See, when people see that you're the type of person that will never tell them no, or that you'll push over, or they don't have to do nothing to earn your time, your value, or the things that you've acquired, they run over you like this. And they're going to run as far as you allow them to go. The sad part about it is he had to go through everything that he's going to be talking about before he figured that out. It's going to be very sad because, see, you can earn the money back, but you can't get your time back. And see, it sounds like you put a lot of time into this situationship, because that's what it is. Ain't nobody married. There's no contract signed. You don't have a marriage license. He put a lot of time into this situationship. And see, if he ever gets his self-esteem to the proper level, this is a lesson I want young black men to learn. You'll start to calculate all the time that you wasted with people that were not worthy of it. And then that's going to burn because you can't get that back. See, he had this ungrateful helper and her daughter in a slot that they didn't deserve to be in at all. Don't get me wrong. I am not discounting the fact that it took him, he's been with this woman, from what I heard, for 10 years. It don't take no 10 years to get to know somebody. If you want my conjecture on it, 2 years maximum. You dating for 2 years, that's long enough time for you to make a decision about, okay, whether you're going to marry this person or not. Okay, you've had enough time for y'all to be around one another and see each other at different ups and downs in life and see if you're compatible. Now, you rushing into anything prior to 2 years, good luck with that, okay? You're going to learn the hard way. The other thing I would advise people against is getting married too young. No, I've said it before on this channel. Both parties, the man and the woman, need to have a tenure of living out in the world on their own, paying bills. So that way, when you do try to come together in a relationship, you have an appreciation for what you did not have prior. In the sense of women appreciating the men. Okay, now if you got a good dude that's a complete provider, and you know he's on his square doing what he's supposed to do, you can say, okay, yeah, I like this better. You know, I like having a partner that's going to help me out and take care of things and take some of this load off of me. Vice versa for the men, okay? When you get with a woman, you've had time to be out there in the world to make your way, get life experience, holding down your own roof, paying your own bills, okay, on your own. And you've gotten yourself to a level where you can take care of a family or a woman and some kids, if that's what y'all choose to do. Then you have an appreciation for what she brings to the table, and it balances everything out. You see what I'm saying? See, life is all about balance. It's not as hard as people make it out to be. But see, what ends up happening on both ends of the equation with men and women, everybody wants to live like a big child. Everybody's only rushing into things that feel good. Nobody's thinking anymore. See, I know they're trying to make thinking illegal, but we all better exercise that while it still is, because, listen, at the rate things are going in this country, I wouldn't be surprised if they try to outlaw thought one day, okay? I'm just saying, it sounds facetious now, but a lot of stuff that we see today, we thought that was silly too. So, hey, I'll leave that where it is. But see, I'm finna get back to playing this, and we're going to break down some further mistakes that this brother made, because, see, when he jumped on social media to put this out, I would have asked this brother this. And if I was his friend, because I don't know him, I was like, hey, man, don't put this on social media, because it's really... You're not going to shame the type of woman that he's talking about into acting and changing her behavior. That's not going to make her look bad. They don't care. They don't care. All they care about was were they able to get something out you, and were you the sucker in the moment that they need one to lick on. That's what you were. So I don't know what people think they're going to gain by putting this stuff out like that. I would have talked to him and said, hey, man, you're not going to like this, but did you look at what you allowed? None of this could have happened if you had not allowed that. and you was a man with some standards about yourself, and you said, okay, before you get to this point with me, you gonna have to earn this, okay? You're not gonna just come into the gate and I just shower you with a bunch of stuff. No. If you had to work hard to get them resources, man, I mean, come on, man. Nah, it's supposed to be some standards in place to earn that, especially if she's not your wife. I just can't co-sign all this stuff he did and he not married to this woman. For what? And then you don't put your feelings into this and you claiming this your stepdaughter. And I'm like, man, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to get back to analyzing this and y'all going to further see why I'm taking the stance that I'm taking on this. But hey, I'll say again, young men, don't be this guy. Don't be this guy. This is a cautionary tale. Let's get back to it.
He only around to make promises. I do that for you. I do this for you, and then take off. And then she'd be heartbroken. But she adores her father, right? So, like I said, she's set to be married in August. And the wedding venue, I told them they could have it in my home. The wedding venue can hold about 250 people, right? Now, I said, hey, I got a list of 20 people that I want to come to the wedding. I'm paying for this at my house. I want these 20 people to come. Do y'all know Saturday, I see one of my friends at the golf course, right? He's supposed to come to the wedding. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna see you at the wedding, right? He said, I only got an announcement. I didn't get an invite. I'm like, nah. I'll let my girlfriend and stepdaughter know to send out the invitations on these few people. And you're supposed to get an invite. He said, I got something, but it was an announcement. So we walked to his car because I want to check, right? And sure enough, it was an announcement. So I went and talked to my girlfriend and said, did you invite those 20 people to the wedding that I told you about? Man, she didn't invite none of them.
All right, now, so for those that thought I was mistaken on it, you heard him say several times, that's his girlfriend, okay? Not wife, girlfriend, all right? Just making that clear. So y'all heard that. Let me tell you the problem that I have with what he just said here, right? He said, and he's paying for it off of his dime, right? Salute to our number one killer in the building, man. Good to see you, brother. Welcome. Yeah, man. So he's saying he's paying for it off of his dime. And then he's talking like he's asking, can these people come? Let me tell y'all something right now, particularly my young brothers. James Brown said it best. You pay the cost to be the boss. If I'm paying for something, I'm not asking a damn thing. I'm telling you who's going to come. That's first and foremost. In my house at that? My castle? Oh, see, I got to go here with it. Everybody calling the dude a simp. I got to agree he is, but it's deeper than just simp. This is the type of man that you can probably tell by his upbringing and his demeanor that he's not used to being assertive in his life. He's not used to making statements and saying, hey, look, this is the way it's going to be. Because his energy is coming off. Fellas, I know y'all hear what I'm saying. His energy in this whole thing we're going to examine is coming off as a negotiator. A little dude that's underfoot asking, can I do this? Can I do that? My father didn't raise that type of man. Not me. It couldn't have been your boy. First of all, I would have never been in this damn situation. But this whole demeanor, you come across like he got to negotiate whether this 20 people can come and you paying for it and it's at your house? What you mean, can they come? That's basically what you're doing. And see, I got to go here with it. Everything that we going to analyze with this is telling me that this brother probably didn't grow up in a house with his father in it. Because, see, your father's going to instill some manhood. You don't turn out like that. If you got a father that's worth it, let me take that back. If you got a father that is actually a man, and not just a male, and just somebody that's running around here like Mr. Magoo and pleading with people, can you do stuff? He ain't going to let his son turn out like this. Like, where your backbone, boy? No. Let me tell you something. As old as I am right now, my father is still here, and if I need to consult with him about something, I'll do so. We have a great relationship, okay? So now, with this situation that I'm looking at, I want y'all to listen to everything else that he say he did for this girlfriend of his and her daughter, because that is not his stepdaughter. It's not his biological daughter. I want y'all to listen to this list of stuff that he did. And fellas, let me tell you something, man. If I hate to bring this to you this evening, if you was having a pleasant evening, it's going to piss some of y'all off. It is, but see, we have to expose this kind of stuff because he put it out here. So it's fair for critiquing. We have to teach and make sure young black men do not repeat this. See, there's nothing wrong with being kind, okay? Being kind does not mean that you let people run over you. The middle of the road is being assertive, okay? You don't let people take your kindness for weakness, and you're damn sure don't let them make a bigger fool out of you as they did this guy right here. Because, see, a lot of these dudes that I've seen, because I've seen other videos similar to this with different scenarios, a lot of these guys tend to think that, okay, I'm going to put this out and this is going to embarrass you. Young brothers, listen, let me tell you something. And let me say this to some of the older guys that don't get it. You cannot shame a person that has no honor. I'm going to say that one more time. You cannot shame an individual, man or woman, that does not have any honor. The only thing that this is doing, they're going to laugh at this. This ain't hurting these types of people. See, a dirtbag doesn't have any type of decency of character to be ashamed in the first damn place. You understand me? Now, why am I calling them dirtbags? A lot of y'all be like, oh, that's hard. You don't know the situation. No, let me tell you something. A dirtbag is somebody that's always trying to get over, man or woman. A dirtbag is unappreciative of the smallest of things. See, young brothers, let me tell you something. If you out here in the dating market, when you do small things for women, okay? When you do small things for women, they're supposed to be appreciative of that before you move on to anything greater. Now, if they never exhibit that type of appreciation, you don't take things any further with them, okay? You don't. See, you make them earn that, man. And look, I'm not saying that there are no women that are worth actually treating this way, but she needs to put that time in and earn that. Because, see, look, a lot of the women ain't going to admit it, but boy, let me tell you, even the little bookworms with the glasses, the little nerdy chicks or whatever y'all want to call them, women will go as far as you let them go. And I say it lit because you allow people to disrespect you, okay? I mean, if you look, they're not going to have no remorse for that. It's in their nature to get as far as they can get. Now, am I telling you to mistreat women? Hell no, I would never tell you to do that. But see, in the same tone, you don't let people disrespect or mistreat you either. Y'all have often heard me say this on this channel. Everybody, every one of us was put here to be used, but we were not put here to be misused at all. And see, like the brother, number one killer said in the chat when we said where his homies at, who's supposed to stop him from going down this rabbit hole. Oh, my brother, see, I'm going to speculate on this, because that's a very excellent point that you raised. He probably the type of dude, man, that I got to say it. He probably be listening to Derek Jackson and Ace Metaphor, and he probably, be trying to, be that type of guy. Now, if you stupid enough to listen to Derek Jackson after all the shit that we've seen that he's done, because for years, he was the dirtbag he was warning women about. If you trying to be that type of dude, man, he wasn't even that guy. This goody two shoes just running around kissing women's asses. Just let it be a carpet so everybody can walk over. Let me tell you something, man. Women only respect men with a backbone, okay? And that don't mean you have to curse them out. You don't have to put your hands on them. But you stand up for yourself. You require respect. And if she's not willing to give that to you, then you remove her from your social circle permanently. See, that's the part that a lot of people fuck up on. Let me tell y'all something. If you want to make sure that you command the respect that you deserve if you're an upstanding dude, after you laid out your program and explain what your do's and don'ts are, when these women put you to the test like that and you have to cut their asses off, make sure it's permanent. See, a lot of guys will double back. Oh, okay, I'm gonna ignore her for a little while she learns this. Move that motherfucker to the left. Let her go be disrespectful somewhere else. I don't care how much she plead, cry. I don't care how good the sex was. You make these heifers respect you if you a good dude. That's the only way to do that, man. Because see, when you start doubling back and taking them back after they do you dirt like that, man, you're not communicating any type of masculinity or power. What you're saying is like, okay, I can only go this far with him. And if I do this or that, he'll take me back. That's what you're doing. That's what you're setting yourself up for, okay? So be warned in advance. Do not be this dude here, man, because see, this is a sad sight. But we're going to get back to everything that he said that he did here. And when I heard this, at first, I had to check to make sure this wasn't a skit. Nah, he's serious. This is what he did. So I'm going to let him finish telling y'all, and we're going to further critique this and point out what he did wrong. Because again, as much of a dirtbag as his girlfriend is, he's the one that made the choice to allow this to get to that point. Because, see, women don't just immediately start disrespecting you overnight and trick you. This has been building up. I guarantee you it started out with little smart ass comments and stuff, disrespect. And under my roof, man, boy, it couldn't be me. Oh, no. You cross the threshold of either one of my homes, you damn sure better come in that motherfucker respectful. You better, because you won't be there long if you don't. See, this is crazy, man. But hey, you know, he's got more to tell us. Like I said, y'all not going to believe this if you hadn't heard it yet. Let's let it continue.
She said 250 people is a little tight, and I don't think we can get your 20 people in there. Man, I was pissed. And the people that were supposed to come, they pissed as well. Then she's going to say if any other people that we already invited don't RSVP, then we'll get some of your people in here. I'm like, what? Man, that's crazy, man. Don't even worry about it, man. I'll just be mad. All right? So now, the crazy part about it is, when I check the invitations, they don't even have my name on them. They have her real daddy and her on the invitation that I paid for. I paid for these invitations. How you got a real daddy on there, her mama on there? Cool. Couple days later, I'm hosting the venue at my house. Hosting the.
I got to ask, why did it get that far? When you saw that you were disrespected and your name ain't on something that you paying for and you didn't put a stop to that bullshit right then, what are you doing? See, I don't understand why they manufacture these types of dudes with no nuts. And see, one of the sisters in the chat room, the good sister Sonia Ferguson, she said the guy has a YouTube channel and he's in a polygamous marriage. Well, sister, I'm going to tell you this. If that's the case, boy, I know who's not the man in his polygamous marriage or whatever the case may be, because he's not legally married. Let's just get that clear, because you can't legally practice that here in the United States. I mean, you can shack up and pretend, but that is not his stepdaughter unless he's married to their mother, okay, her mother, okay? But yeah, this is a bad look evil. That makes it even worse. Oh man, I know who running things in his so-called polygamous marriage. If that's the case, like the good sister said there, I'm not familiar with his YouTube channel. I might have to go over there and do some research, because boy, I got a feeling that from what I'm hearing, this guy might need to be inducted into the Simp Hall of Fame. You know what, fellas? I might put a community tab poll up on that. Yeah, should we start a Simp Hall of Fame series over here on this channel? We might have to consider doing that, because boy, he's getting my vote to go in there. But hey, I'm gonna let him get back to running down this list of all this stuff he did to get disrespected this way. I just can't believe this, man. But hey, he gonna finish telling the story.
The wedding family at my house, okay? It's me, stepdaughter, girlfriend, groom, and their parents, right? Trying to help everybody get real acquainted. Then a surprise guest shows up. My stepdaughter's real daddy. And I'm like, you know what? Look cool. He probably just coming to the wedding, right? But tell me why my stepdaughter proceeds to stand up and announce that her real daddy is giving her away at the wedding. What? The wedding that I'm paying for in my house? The daddy don't do nothing for you? Is giving you away? Oh, and they were just so happy and smiling. Oh, yay, great. Inside, I was fuming. Inside, I wanted to cry or punch somebody. Probably wanted to do both, honestly. So I took that time to stand up and give a toast as well. I said, I owe the groom and the bride a deep debt of gratitude because they have opened my eyes tonight. Oh, everybody at the table was just smiling. They have let me know that my position in this family is not what I thought it was.
What family, bruh? What family? You ain't married to that woman you said girlfriend. Well, see, he seems to be a very confused man with that little Beanie Baby hat that he got on here. And I don't know what he was aiming for. He got his beard shaped into like a rope or something. And maybe that's the super simp rope or something like that. I mean, I don't know what that is, man. Maybe he can attach that simp rope under his chin to his nuts and pull him up so he can get some manhood about himself. Because I got to clown this dude, man. This is horrible. I have never seen this, man. You got gray in your beard. You too old to be this ignorant of a simp. I can't believe this, man. Because see, listen, like I said, when they didn't have your name on the doggone invitation and all that should have been shut down right there. It shouldn't have got to know them actually coming to the house. Then the 20 people you want, man. Oh my God, this is horrible right here. I just don't understand the logic behind this. And see, let me tell you something else that lets me know that he's not accustomed to getting respect from other men. Because see, this is a telltale sign of it. When you start disrespecting those of us who would be considered alphas, and then those of us who would be considered sigma males, I fall into that category. I'm a sigma all the way. Okay. We're not going to do too much talking to you when you disrespect us. Ain't going to be a whole lot of words said. Because, see, this stuff that he's talking about, he doing all this explaining before these disrespectful people, man, I'm like, nah, bro, when he supposed to get to that point? A man with a backbone is going to show you where you fucked up at with actions, okay? It's going to be actions. You wouldn't have never got to that point. All that talking, don't nobody respect something. See, look, I'm going to give it to people this way in case anybody thinks that, oh, man, you tripping GBS. That ain't how it is, man. Okay, watch this. Everybody in this chat room, I'm finna ask you a question. If you were to see a dog, okay, whatever breed you want to name, big, small, whatever, all the dog is doing is barking. If it's a little chihuahua, whatever. Bark, 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 bark. But it never did charge you, never did try to bite you, just bark, bark, bark. Now, if that's all the dog does, what reason would you have to be afraid of the dog? Say it again. If you encountered a dog and all the dog did was bark, never did anything other than that, what reason would you have to fear that dog? You understand? See, when it comes to brothers that have a backbone, I'm going to tell you how you know you fucked up when we stop talking. Because at that point, it's going to be some action. Now, that action, depending on the level of it, it depends on the situation and the nature of whatever's going on. But something is about to change. And it's going to be because we instituted that change, okay? We're not going to negotiate with you. We're not going to ask you, can we do something? But no, something finna get done. So I can tell this guy is accustomed to going back and forth with people. See, the men in my family, my grandfathers on both sides of my family, my mother and my father, they taught you, they don't sit back and play tennis with nobody. I remember when I first heard him tell me that, all right, granddad, what that mean? Don't play tennis with nobody. I say, boy, you ain't got no business going back and forth with people. You say what you mean and mean what you say. And that's it. And that's been a tradition in my family. That's how the men in my family were raised. You say what you mean and you mean what you say. I'm not going to tell you something I don't mean. And if I give you my word, I'm going to keep it. Okay? So this dude here, he sit there, all that. See, because the way I was raised, I don't have the patience to sit there and talk to people that I see are willfully disrespectful. Okay? I don't have the patience to sit there going back and forth with them for something that we both should know better. Because, see, as grown adults, men and women, we know we cross the line being disrespectful with somebody. We all know that, okay? So now, if somebody's willing to do that to you, especially in front of a crowd, brothers, that's the most emasculating thing ever. Then you gonna stand up and give a speech about it? Every man that was there was like, boy, they were like, man, what's wrong with this dude? It couldn't be me, man. See, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I don't hang out with guys like this because, see, one, I don't like to be in situations where I'm seeing other black men emasculated like that. And I'm not gonna come to something where people disrespecting you because, see, I'm the type of brother, man, I'll be done said something about it. Okay. So I would just rather not, be in that situation. If I see that, I'll get up and leave. Hey, man, I'll holler at y'all, man. Y'all got it. Because this is ridiculous. Like I said, the brother, number one killer in the chat, he said it, man. If this is your boy, you supposed to pull his coattail. Even if he pissed off, you can at least say you try. Like, hey, man, come on, bro. What you doing? This ain't a good look. You thought about this? Look how they got you looking here with this, man. It's your money. You can do what you want, but, bro, this is disrespectful. But I want y'all to hear the rest of the stuff he talking about he did, because, man, this is, like I say, this is a legendary simp here. This is ridiculous. Don't be this guy. Let's let it continue.
Oh, you should have saw the frowns, man. Now they mad. It done got serious. I let them know I am not the godfather or, the head of the family that I thought I was, the loved one that would be seeked out in times of need. Nah. I realized I'm an ATM. Yeah. So, since I have been replaced as host of the wedding, I shall be giving my financial duties to the new host. and I would back out monetarily. Yeah. Yep.
Okay, now that's the one thing he did that made some sense. And see, let me scroll back up because the good brother Josh Norris asked a question. He said, GBS, he said that he's been in a relationship with the one for like 10 years. Yes, we covered that at the beginning, my brother. Do you think that's a part of disrespect without being married? Yes, it is. Because see, here's the thing, right? I said it earlier and I'll reiterate this. You don't sit up in no 10-year relationship with somebody if you're not going to marry them. It only take 2 years to really vet somebody, okay? 10 years, see, let me tell you why she stuck around with that, right? Because I'm finna go ahead and hurt some feelings with this. First of all, I'll give y'all a choice. The brothers and sisters, do you want me to really tell you what the real issue is with why they tried him like this? Because I know some of y'all already get it. I'm gonna leave it up to y'all. Y'all really want me to go ahead and just put it out there with the reason why he's being disrespected this way? Because the good brother Josh Norris brought up a very important point, that 10-year waste of time. Because see, most women, I'll leave it up to y'all. Give me a thumbs up if you want me to tell you, or yes, no, whatever, and I will tell you, because I'm going to get graphic with this. I got to see it like it is, because I know what it is. I'll wait. I'll see what y'all want to hear here, because see, you know, when I take the lid off, oh, people tend to get upset and get mad. Okay, I'll see some thumbs up in here. I'm going to wait a little bit longer to see what I see here. Yeah, give me a couple more thumbs up. Let me get a couple of them up in here. Let me see. Okay, I saw Project Leroy. He done gave it. Superstar J Quick, get the fist up with the 100 sign. Okay. All right, cool. Hey, I'm finna let it rip this. See, let me go ahead and tell you what's going on with this. First of all, the woman that sit up here with him for 10 years and didn't require marriage from him, I can already tell you she probably about 350 pounds. You know, she's a big one, a buffet supreme master, and she can't do no better than him. So all of a sudden he comes along. He got probably a good job, got resources enough to pay for all the stuff he just said, and realized that he's a simp that's willing to provide for him like that. Then let me tell you where she knew she had him at. This is a big red flag. You get with a woman and she know who her baby's father is, and she ain't putting this dude on child support. Y'all asked me to tell you the truth. I'm about to tell you what the business is. Because, see, I'm looking at all this disrespect that he's telling us happened. If he's to be taken at face value, what's going on is she's still fucking her baby daddy, okay? I'm just going to say it like it is. Yes, she is. Oh, yes, she is. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. And I'm going to tell you why. I've seen this countless times. The sorriest dudes that ain't shit, that these helpers to sit up there and still lay up with, they ain't gonna put them on child support like that. Cause see, I'm gonna say it again. A woman that's worth a damn ain't gonna stay in no situationship with no man 10 years. She knows she ain't got that kind of time to waste. That's the best she could do. And she got lucky and hit the lottery and found her a productive simp. And his dumb ass didn't catch it off the rip. Like, damn, okay, so you know who the baby daddy is, and you ain't gonna put him on child support and make him contribute? Most women are not going to do that in America. That should have been a stopping point for him even dealing with her right there. You should be like, whoa, wait, what's going on with this? Something ain't right. But again, his self-esteem is low, and that's probably the best woman he could get. Because I already know if you see a picture of this helpful man, she look like, you know, a baby King Kong or whatever you want to call her. I mean, I already know she do, man. So he thinking, okay, this is the best I can get. I got to accept it. Man, no, he don't know his value as a man. I promise you that's what the situation is. Because see, this level of disrespect, and then for her to even consider inviting this nigga, first of all, if he don't do nothing for your daughter, what you want him around for? Oh, there's a benefit still being gotten by his so-called girlfriend. Yeah, he's still laying the pipe to your broad, man. That's what's going on. You the only one don't get it. But tell you what, y'all probably think I'm wrong on that. I'm going to show you something, right? Listen to the rest of what he says.
Now, after the announcement, a whole lot of snickering was going on around the table, right? A lot of mumbling, but they didn't say anything to me. Nobody addressed me now. Now, later that night, tell me why my girlfriend gonna come to me talking about how I'm ruining so much, how I'm ruining so much for backing out, and how her daughter ain't gonna have her dream wedding, and how her daughter ain't this and that. Okay, well, it's apparent that I'm not family in this family. So the family should take care of it, right? That's my stepdaughter. I mean, it ain't even my stepdaughter, really. It's my girlfriend. I just happen to be around her for the last 10 years.
See, he finally caught some semblance of reality. And, well, it ain't really my stepdaughter. Yes, it's not your stepdaughter. You just been around her for the last 10 years. See, this type of dude make us look bad, man. Type of dude make us look bad. See, I think I seen somebody in here, Andre Jones said that the dude, he was doing the Derrick Jackson type videos a couple of years ago. Oh, Lord Jesus, see. Oh, no wonder. It makes perfect sense now. He bought into it. He got high off his own supply. I'm like, Derrick Jackson wasn't even the dude. He was running around here telling people, any woman stupid enough to still be listening to him, you deserve what you get, man. Boy, I'm going to have to do a broadcast on some other things that came to my attention on this situation, because as y'all know, his wife is finally speaking out now. I might have to cover that because it is so much to break down with that. I'm going to have to really dive into that and listen to all of it in its entirety before I speak on that. But see, back to Super Simp over here. This dude, man, listen to everything that he's saying. She's talking about his girlfriend. Is talking about how much he's ruining and all of this. First of all, if that woman had respect for him, she damn sure wouldn't be talking to him like that. It would have never got to this point. But what is he ruining? Okay, so if y'all really want to have this thing like that and you're not going to include him, then go get your baby daddy pay for it. That she still's laying up with. I know she is. All of this stuff, man, I've seen this plenty of times before. Man, so like, okay, they sit there and expect him to just foot the bill, but not get none of the respect that come with it. And see, you young brothers better pay attention, because they will do this to you if you allow it. Yes, she's a dirtbag, but who allowed the dirtbag to get away with the dirt? No, this was never supposed to get this far. See, most of these goofballs that follow jump off Jackson logic, that's what I like to call them, they live in like a fantasy world. They think that the way to deal with women is to kiss their ass 24/7. Let me tell you something, ladies, that might be fun for a little bit, but a guy usually in general that does that, he ain't worth two dead flies. He's not a good problem solver. You might have fun running over him, but you better hope that there doesn't come a time where real life issues need to be taken care of. You better hope not, because he's not going to measure up. See, the mark of manhood, we're judged off our ability to problem solve, okay, to create solutions, to provide, protect. But in all those things that we do, the equivalent exchange for that is to be respected for it. If you're the type of person to think that a man's supposed to just provide to roll out the red carpet for you and you're not supposed to respect them, you a dirtbag. You ain't got no business trying to be with no dude. But again, hey, a sucker is born every minute. And you willing to be stupid enough to allow yourself to be in this situation, that's what's supposed to happen to you. That's exactly what's supposed to happen to you. I can't be mad if they get you, because when you get gray in your beard, bro, you ain't supposed to be going through this. Come on now. This is sad and pathetic. But once y'all listen to the rest of his complaints here, boy, because, like I said, I don't know why he decided to put this up and, what his purposes was for it, but it's a bad look on him. Regardless of what she did, it started with him allowing it. Let's let him get back to it.
Tell me why the next day, my girlfriend trying to show me how much I'm ruined, right? She takes me to where they planning the wedding, and the wedding planner showed me, all the things they got going down, everything they got set up. I look at the venue. They got some father-daughter dances, right? 3 songs. All of them cater to her real dad, not me. I looked at the food they got. 2 of the dishes got stuff I'm allergic to in it. I just started laughing. Like, they want me to pay for this. His name on it, not mine. His songs, not mine. The food, I can't eat the food. And the 20 people out of 250 that I wanted, they can't even come in my house. Wow. Okay. It's wild, man. So I went on ahead and let her know I will not be there, and neither will my money. Yeah. And they would no longer be at my house either. And you would no longer be at my house or your daughter. Because, I'm not family. I'm not even important enough to be put up on the brochure. It's crazy, man. Yeah.
You're reading?
So, he's right. It is crazy. But see, let me tell you the other problem with guys like him, right? Let me tell you the other problem with guys like him. See, the issue with dudes like that, okay, you kicked her out your house and her daughter, and I don't blame him. You say you didn't pay for it. Don't blame you for that. Here's the issue. If he don't look himself in the mirror and fix those masculine deficiencies that he has and his low self-esteem issue, another one gonna come right along. It'll be another one. And then you're gonna get a smart one that's gonna have sense enough to really take you to the cleaners. Cause see, what ends up happening with that type of situation is you get the little pushover dude, he sit there, let the woman be disrespectful at the mall in front of, and first it starts in private, then she disrespected in public. Oh, okay. See, a chick that does that, when she start that disrespect, it starts small in private. You don't check that, okay. Phase 2, public embarrassment. Check that box. Oh, okay, he let me do that. Now she like, all right, we gonna keep this thing rolling. It's gonna be like a snowball going downhill. If y'all better have some backbones and check this shit. Cause see, if you don't, you get that situation with Captain Super Simp there. So yeah, everybody wanted me to review that. There's my complete assessment on that. Because see, we're gonna take a further look at what happens with a lot of these chicks that are disrespectful. I know y'all remember this. I had to bring this back, and I'm going to show you why I'm doing it in a second here. We're going to play this clip, and now y'all remember this. The little dude that was a nuclear physicist, that he was in the Navy, and he was on that ridiculous, goofy pineapple show. First of all, a turbo thought that's single, trying to hook other women up with people. I'm like, Helva, you don't even have a successful relationship. How you going to do that? But hey, I get it. It's entertainment. I'm not knocking it. Hey, that's how I get your money, sister. Go ahead. We're going to play this back, though, and I'm going to show y'all something because I'm going to break it down yet again because I covered this once before. This is what you don't put up with young men who are worth a damn. If you are upwardly mobile, okay, you got a decent career, college school, or if you like this brother and you in the military, you got a good job, whatever, you better recognize your value, okay, as a man. And you don't put up with any and everything. We plan this for a reason because I want y'all to recognize these attitudes. And as we go back through this, I want y'all to watch how they looking during this. Because a lot of y'all might have forgot about it. We're going to bring it back tonight here and including this lesson. Let's let it play.
I was actually reading. I ship out in a few days. So I was just reading The Art of Strategy.
Okay. In the military?
So actually I'm a nuclear physicist for the Navy.
Notice when he said that he was reading that book, they were like, okay. See, let me tell you something, dude. Between the two of them, they probably, know what I'm saying, got half the size of a peanut brain because, see, I've seen that sister show, and I remember this heifer right here. I bet you if you shake their head, you see, first thing, red flag for me, if I mention a book of some sort and you give me that look like a vampire with sunlight, books, no, books. See, that's how they react. When you present intelligence before an idiot, there's an allergic reaction to intelligence, okay? I just want y'all to understand that. That's how they do. Intelligence. They don't understand things unless it's in the sphere of love and hip hop or some other goofiness. And my good brother, Project Leroy, said it right. Turbo thoughts, practicing thoughty karate, man. Avoid the thoughty karate turbo thoughts. They're worthless. They'll destroy your life. They can only do it if you allow them to, though. And you must become a wise person and a good judge of character and have the discernment to recognize when you're dealing with something that's not even worth having a conversation with. Because, see, I already told you, the little elf in the middle that's going to be trying to play into the left, first of all, you're chunky. I bet you if you stood up, and no disrespect to my cool big sisters, because let me get that clear. I don't want y'all to be like, man, he picking on the big. No, I love my big sisters. Y'all are cool as hell when you humble and you act like you got some sense. But see, this disrespect is what makes a person ugly. And see, I guarantee he couldn't have been me. I'd be like, hey, baby girl, stand up real quick one time. Let me see something. Because see, I'm going to tell you how I know she chunky. Look at that big old round basketball head. Oh, yeah, boy, she got rolls, boy. Yeah, that's a little buffet master in training. I bet she done doubled up in size since this came out. See, my point is this, fellas. Don't put up with that bullshit. You the one on the winning course. They gonna lose, because I guarantee you right now, if you the finest chick, she ain't got nobody that's doing what this guy doing. She ain't. She look, they don't like men that have something going on that's gonna require some standards of them, okay? But anyway, hey, let's let this continue, because boy, I laughed when I first saw this, because I was like, boy, he better be glad he wasn't my brother, boy. I would have had him schooled on how to deal with this, and he wouldn't have had to cuss her out or call out her name. I would have taught him how to embarrass her for like this. But hey, let's just go ahead and let it play here, because we're gonna teach a lesson with this.
Maybe.
No.
So I do that in a few days.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
How old are you?
I am 27. I look a little young. I'm not that young.
Yeah, you look young.
So where do you live?
So I'm actually in the Woodlands, Texas right now. Right down there by Houston. I'm about 30 minutes away from Houston, so I'm a little close.
Oh, nice. Okay, so tell me a little bit about yourself.
Man, where do I start? I like martial arts a lot. I did a bit of pharmacy back when I was a little bit younger, about 2-3 years ago. I got certified at pharmacy around when I was 17. I didn't really do anything with it. I went to university for a while. I was getting like a business degree. So I have a bachelor's in business. And then I did pharmacy for a little while, for about 3 years, and then got bored. So I was like, let's go see what the military has to offer. Didn't do anything. I did my PICAT about a year ago. Got a 96 on that. It goes up to a 99, got a 96. They offered me nuclear physics, and I was like, why the fuck not? So I went there. And
so now, you remember this young brother running down, okay, when she said, tell me a little bit about yourself. Let me point this out, because, see, I want to see our sisters win and get the guys that are worth a damn, okay? And again, let's be clear. Just because somebody has these types of credentials or they're exhibiting this, it does not mean that they're not a person that you're going to have to see if you're compatible with them and see what type of character they have. But just on its face, if you're starting to get to know somebody, and you already know the young brother can't be no criminal, because you're not going to get into the Navy like that, okay? This shows you that he's not out there in the streets, because listen to the things he was doing. And he's a young man that likes to challenge himself. See, understand something. A brother that likes challenging himself, especially when it's something that's going to lead to him being able to be financially stable, those are the good men. Some of these helpers are running around here choosing men like they teenagers in high school, 6 feet, 6-pack, 6 figures. Okay. Yeah, but what if you find a guy that check all the boxes of a good man and he missing 1 or 2 of those or don't have those? I'm telling you, man, don't say nothing when brothers like that go outside the community, because you had right of first refusal for women like this, okay? Because, see, everything that brother just ran down, let me show you how grown women should look at it. I'm saying should, because I'm not a woman. I'm just telling you what would behoove you to consider. If that young man is doing that now, and you did get with him and get married and form a family, he's going to instill that in your children. Do you hear what I'm saying? A brother that's doing that, see men that seek things like this, usually they're going to keep that up. That's what they do. That drive is internal, and they're driven to keep succeeding, keep challenging themselves. And when they have children, they're going to instill that into them, because, okay, that's the legacy. Now you got to follow in daddy's footsteps, or if you don't, okay, you're going to know to go out here and strive to be the best that you can be. Okay, but see, everything that he was saying, just look at the looks on their faces, man. They're like, they look like little zombies, man. Helpers like that, all they know how to do is get drunk, get high, party, and then be mattresses like Mattress K. Williams. Or we gonna get on her again a little bit later tonight, because hey, I'm not done with her by sight. We got in here, just hold tight, folks. We gonna get there. But see, young ladies, if you come across dudes like this, you better start thinking that, okay, he's building now. Look at where he's going to go in the future if he stays the course. You better give these brothers a chance. Now, if you give them a chance and you figure out, okay, hey, he had a drug habit or something I didn't know nothing about, he's a bad person, beating on you, cheating on something like that, okay, all right, cool. But now just turn him down like this little chunky basketball beanie baby head helper finna do here, not a good look. And see, with the change in dating market and where we're about to go here economically, okay, You better make sure you really strong and independent. All that don't need a man crap. It's finna be put to the test in a minute. I'm telling you, it really is. But hey, I digress. Let's let this finish playing here because see, I'm finna prove a point with something in just a second.
Now I ship out in a few days.
Oh, okay, nice. Well, best of luck as you ship out pineapples.
Damn. Why?
Because he literally didn't tell me any qualities about himself. He's just like, I made a 96 on this. I did this.
Why? Because he didn't even tell me anything about it. So he just like, he made a 96 on this.
See, that is a grown woman with a child's mind. A grown woman, especially one that would desire to have a husband one day, would have said, okay, he told me a lot about himself as a man. Now, as far as getting to know other things personally, you blockhead heifer, you didn't even have a conversation with the brother. You didn't exchange numbers or nothing. How do you know if he was boring or not? Let me go further with this and give you some advice, because women gonna do what they want. But see, you can't say nobody told you if you're over here on this broadcast. And I know most sisters in here are very intelligent, so it don't really apply to you. So this will maybe somebody I'm talking to on the playback here that catches this recorded. Let me tell you something, man. When dudes like him run down the basic qualifications of manhood that exhibits that he's going to be a stable provider, and you sit here talking about you bored, let me ask you a question. Would you rather be well taken care of and occasionally bored? Because hell, Helfer, if you're looking to be entertained constantly through life, nobody goes through life all the way happy all the time. You're not going to experience no one emotion all the way in life, just constantly for the rest of your life. You can find ways to entertain yourself if you well taken care of. You got a decent roof over your head, clothes on your back, the utilities are paid, okay? There's food to eat, all right? You got a man that's going to protect you, making sure you good. You mean to tell me if he taking care of all that, if you happen to get bored, you can't figure out a way to entertain yourself, you dummy, you? Hold on. Let me tell you, like, Lamont, you big dummy. I got to quote the late, great Red Fox on that. Fred G. Sanford, you big dummy, you. And then I have the nerve of that brother go outside the community to be mad. You had right of first refusal. So she better not end up later on coming up on these old, it ain't no good men out here. I just can't. No, damn it. The problem is you can't recognize a good man when he's right in front of your face. And see, let me tell you something, man. I'm not talking down to my big sisters, because again, I love y'all, especially if you're respectful and got some sense. I seen some cute looking, heavier set sisters. Okay, real talk. So this isn't something that I have against bigger sisters. But me personally, what I like, sisters that are in shape like I am, okay? You got some character and respect about yourself as a woman. You're going to have to know how to wear them pots and pans, because, damn it, if I can cook, you damn well better know how. So if you can't do that, that's go ahead and go somewhere else. But you don't have, like, any type of depth to you as a woman. Because, see, let me tell you what would have been a red flag for me. See, this might shock some of y'all. When he started talking about what books that he read and shit, like, okay. See, me, I would have been looking for, like, okay, well, she come up and said, hey, I read XYZ, I'm into this. I mean, you didn't inquire no more about that? I'm like, oh, okay. Because, see, a stupid woman can't teach any children. And as we know, women are the first teachers of children. So, I mean, that I would have been looking at her sideways like that. I would have followed up with like, hey, so what books do you read, sister? Or, I mean, I would have had some different questions if I would have been that young man. And like, what would end up happening? I would have disqualified her. Cause I'm like, I'm already looking at your little round head. And I'm like, you look like a Happy Meal devouring chick. Looking like, a little goofy emoji sitting there with that smile on her face. Let me stop. But listen, like I said, young brothers, this right here is a lesson on the women that you see in the future complaining. Ain't no good man. Yeah, that was. You had plenty. Because most of them that say that, plenty of good dudes came along, but they didn't fit this fantasy mold that they had. Times are coming when you're going to regret that if you one of them. It's coming. So I'm gonna let this continue because see, we got to analyze a couple more things here tonight. Because man, like I said, I just want to try to put some information out that prevents people from being like Captain Turbo Simp that we saw at the beginning of the broadcast. Because we don't need them, man. You can't build a simp is useless to a woman and he's useless to other men. You useless to a woman because okay, when it comes time to have a backbone and stand up for yourself. You only be worried about pleasing your woman. Sometimes you got to put that to the side, and if she wrong, she wrong. You're supposed to check her. That's a part of protecting your woman. But a simp is always catered to trying to make her happy. Nah, I don't give a damn about you getting mad if what I'm doing is in your best interest. You be mad. I'd rather do the right thing than trying to appease you and end up doing the wrong thing. So you're worthless to other men as a simp because when it's time for us to put nose to grindstone and build, you want to take the easy way out. Simps don't have a backbone, man. No, you can't live like that. And see, today in America, they trying to do everything that they can to make black men the weakest, lowest form of simp masculine. They want us to put on dresses. I ain't going. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I can speak for most of Generation X when I say we ain't going. You can hang that up. And I'll give credit to my millennial brothers. I don't think they going for it neither. I mean, you know. They trying to introduce us the Billy Porter fall fashion line. I look, I'm not going, man. I'm not going. But hey, I'm gonna let this continue. We're gonna break down a couple more things here tonight.
And I feel like I did that at first too. But however, I need a man with some personality.
You felt that quick? You know you didn't have personality?
Yes, I'm
No, you didn't.
really good at reading people.
Okay.
Breaking up with me.
Yeah, see, I would love to see what the results of her situation is. I don't know if it was a follow-up to that, but boy, I would love to see what the results of that is. Because, boy, it ain't going to be pretty well. See, that attitude is what's going to keep her from dealing with somebody. Because let's be clear, I was making jokes about the sister size there. That's just my personal preference. I don't like these little old bowling ball shaped chicks that's running around with a bad attitude. But there's brothers out there that like plus size women. What's going to disqualify her from even dealing with them is that attitude, man. She hasn't grown up yet. And that's a damn shame. We have men and women out here that haven't grown up yet because, see, the other situation we must analyze here tonight that I want young brothers to never end up in is this situation. A lot of y'all sent me this. We're going to play it real quick and we're going to break some things down because as you see on the screen, man breaks up with his girlfriend because her son is bad. Was he wrong? Hell no, he wasn't wrong. And I'm going to play this, and most men in here worth a damn, you would agree probably that, no, we wouldn't have even got into this situation in the first place. I'm going to let this play, and then we're going to come back and I'll break this down with a couple of facts here.
Why? Why? Okay, so you gonna break up with me because of my son?
I was trying to teach him right from wrong. Okay. Man, give me this gun, dog.
Nigga, no.
What you mean? What you say?
I said, nigga, no.
That's what.
So you gonna break up with me because of my child?
Listen,
He's just a child.
He's bad, dog.
He just need a little guidance, man.
Hey,
like, don't.
down.
That's a petty reason to break
Man, I
up with
can't do
somebody.
what
I ain't
you
gonna
do, man.
lie.
This is too much,
How?
man.
Oh, why?
Your kid.
Over a
It's too
10-year-old?
fucking- your kid is
Over
too
a
fucking bad.
10-year-old.
Where's that?
Over
I
a
can't do
10-year-old.
this. Stick-
All right. And I agree with you, Sister Deborah. She does look scary. Oh, yeah, see, these little old thotty karate zombies, I'm going to call them that. First things first, you heard her, he's a child. First of all, any woman that's talking like that, I'm going in the other direction. You frying your words. He's a child. He just needs a little guidance. Yes, Helfer, he does need guidance. You know where that guy's supposed to start? You are his mother. Let me tell you something, man. Whether you grew up in a two-parent household or you was a parent, you had one parent that raised you. Most black people make sure children have some type of decorum or common sense when dealing with other grown people. Now, this isn't his son. She's up here talking about he's being petty for that. See, what women like her don't realize, and again, women like her, not all women, but women like her, what they don't realize is if that little boy is not listening to him and y'all was to go on and get married, he can't properly protect that little boy. Now, a man that's doing his complete job, he protects everybody that's under his roof. A part of protection begins with an open ear. If you don't listen to my instructions, no matter what I tell you, you make it difficult for me to be able to protect you. You see, this culture of black men being disrespected, it's become a cute thing. You got movies and all kinds of songs out about how cool it is. Yeah, it's cool until you actually need one. See, she's too far gone to even be in a relationship with. And see, let me bring it back to the fellas. I got to do this, my brothers, because I love my brothers. This brother here has low self-esteem. Oh, I'm going here with it. Yes, I am. I'm going here with it. I'm looking at his attire, first of all. Oh, yeah. I'm listening to how he was sounding when he was talking to her. Now, why am I saying how he was sounding is an issue? Let me tell you how I would have dealt with this situation had it been me, because I've never been in this situation and I never will be. I would have politely told her, I wouldn't have said nothing else to the little boy, because he's not mine. I'd have let him hold whatever he gonna hold, especially when he came out his mouth disrespectful. Okay, no problem. Not my son. Not finna put my hands on you, nothing. Leave him alone. Hey, Charlotte, come here. Let me holler at you real quick. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna leave you to it. Cause see, this right here, this dog ain't gonna hunt. There's no way that if we was to progress to being in a marriage, that I'm gonna have a disrespectful child under my roof. You seem to not be able to control him. No hard feelings. I'm gonna let you do you. I'm gonna do me. Not gonna be no long drawn out conversation trying to negotiate with her about that. Because see, if she was a mother that would have been worth a damn, she would have immediately checked her child about that bullshit. She would have checked her child about that. And see, like the brother Iron Will said, where is his dad? Who are these jokers getting with these ratchets? He needs his father and the mother needs to be disciplining him, flipping that man off. Absolutely correct. See, let me tell you something, dude. As a Gen Xer coming up in my era, if you flipped off a grown person in front of another grown person in my family, dude, you would have been waking up and somebody would have had to tell you about the missing time between that time. Our folks didn't play that, man. Especially the women in the family. We were raised to have respect. Okay? You didn't disrespect grown people like that. Nah, especially in the family. No. You were taught to be polite and courteous outside of the household because you represent the family name, okay? See, my folks, and I know everybody didn't have the same experience, so I understand that. But see, my folks, they taught us, and when you go outside this house, you represent this family name. Don't embarrass us. Though you better not let somebody come back here and tell me about your behavior, and then I have to deal with that type of shame. See, my folks didn't play that shit, man. On either side of my family, my father's side or my mother's side, all right? So now, let me go here with it. Going back to this woman. You can tell she grew up in a situation that had no structure because, see, a woman, not just a female, a woman would not allow her child to embarrass her like that. Okay? She would have been all over his behind, be like, hey, hold on, I need to discipline my son right quick. And that is her job to do that, okay? She would have got out in front of that because she's like, no, this ain't what I taught you. This is embarrassing me. She would have immediately put a stop to it. But see, she's defending that bad behavior. So, okay, let's go further in case anybody thinks I'm being too harsh. What happens if they decide to get engaged, get married, or whatever? And now that same child is exhibiting that type of behavior out in the world doing other things because nobody's disciplining them at home. Now, as black people, we see the society we live in now. You go out there, you get wrong, and then these race soldiers run up on him. And then the next thing you on the news crying about somebody did something to your kid. Discipline, education, self-respect, raising of a child starts in the home. I'm going to say it again. This is going to offend some people, but it is what it is. The Futures, the Nick Cannons, this is why they can't properly raise kids. You can give kids all the material and financial needs that they had that to meet their needs or whatever financially, But if you're not under the same roof of that child, they don't get to see daddy get up every day so they can understand what a man is supposed to do when he gets up. They're not under the same roof as you, so you can instill in them the same value system. You got to come from states away or another town away. You never really there like that. Then you got so many where you can't really, you can't raise all them kids properly when they all over the place. You got so many. That's dysfunction. And then you get this. This is what you get. And I feel bad for that little boy, man, because see, the world has rules and consequences, especially for black children, for black people, period. He's not having anything instilled into him that's going to lead him on a path of structure so he becomes a decent, upstanding young man. He's going to grow up thinking that he can do whatever he want to do. And the saddest thing about situations like this is these little boys grow up trying to imitate the stuff that they see their mother doing. Because I guarantee you, he probably learned a lot of that behavior from watching her do things like that in front of him. Here's the problem, family. When grown men try to behave like women, the world is still going to treat you like a man. And so when you become and get around other men and you try to exhibit female behavior, men are going to hold you to the standards that we hold men to. That can get you in some situations you don't want to be in. So fellas, don't ever put yourself in this situation. We're going to get back to analyzing the rest of this because it's not very long here. But when I saw this, I was like, oh my God, bro, get your self-esteem up, man. A chick like this ain't even supposed to catch your attention. I just don't look. I do understand what it is with a lot of these young brothers because he's not an older guy. He's a fairly young man. I understand why their self-esteem is so low. And I say this to young black men and black women alike. This is why you have to guard what goes into your mind and your social circle. You need to be around things that uplift your self-esteem and self-respect because there's a constant drumbeat of the opposite in every form of major media that we consume, okay? See, you need to think about limiting your time on watching certain things that don't show our people in an upstanding light, okay? Because we're supposed to be just the minstrel shows and the entertainers for everybody. Everything is a big joke when you see the image of a black man. He's supposed to be somebody's sidekick if he ain't in a whole damn dress, okay? You're not supposed to exhibit real masculinity. See, you got to think about this as a man, man. You got to, like, if you're around people that don't contribute to uplifting each other and yourself and doesn't make you want to be the best version of who you can be, you need to change your social circle, man. All of that matters when it comes to what you will and won't put up with. If you feel like you don't deserve no better, then you'll deal with something like this. On either end of the equation, the men and the women, okay? So I'm going to let this get back to it because we got a couple more things we got to look at here tonight.
Okay?
Dog, he bad.
Right, okay, but that's not no reason to break up with nobody.
I can't do it no more, man.
So you gonna throw,
you gonna figure out that, man. I'm done.
So you just gonna throw all these years down the drain?
I'm done.
So why'd you breaking up with me? Why?
Before, you know.
So now, looks like we had another situation right there. You just gonna throw all these years down the drain. I wonder how many years was it? Because if it was over 2, man, see, this long years of situationship foolishness, it don't take that long, man, to decide if you're gonna marry somebody. 2 years tops. 2 years tops. And see, again, I got to go here with it. If you get a woman that's willing to sit up with you for multiple years on end with no commitment, that show you she knows she can't do better than that because most women that can ain't gonna sit up there and waste their time like that. Either you going, okay, look, we leading this towards a marriage or what we finna do. I'm just saying, man. See, you got to pay attention to these types of things. But see, it goes back to, again, if that brother think that that's the best he can get, oh, yeah, she'll sit up here and just put up with this. I'm just dragging around. You think you're winning, but see, you play yourself in the end because that's what you get. That's what you get. So we're going to move on to the next thing because, see, I got to bring this one back too. Okay, we got to educate these brothers. It's about what you allow, okay? And see, this next thing, we're going to play it because you have to pay close attention to, okay, if you're the type of brother and you doing your job, you providing, okay, you out here doing everything you need to do, then you start seeing that unappreciative behavior, Sometimes you got to cut people off. Be like, oh, okay, this is what it's gonna be. All right, let me let you go with somebody that you can sit up there and not appreciate, you know what I'm saying? And they'll sit up there and tolerate that. Because see, you don't let people waste your time, man. Again, it's about what we allow, okay? Yes, we can look at other people. They was wrong, but we got to look at what did we allow. So we see this on the screen, woman admits to divorcing her loving husband for no other reason than wanting more money. We're going to play this one more time, and then we're going to break some things down because, see, a lot of this starts with what men ignore and allow. Just let it play.
You know, my first marriage, we made all of the mistakes. Unfortunately, he passed away.
So why did you guys get a divorce?
Because I really wanted something different. It's very unfortunate because he was the most loving, kind person. I had all the love and support that I could have ever wanted. But I think I went through a period wanting money. Like I wanted to be with someone and be at a different level. And I saw him work all of the time. It's one thing to like work from like 4 a.m. to 10 p.m. at night, day in, day out, and still have no resources. And for me to work, do the same, and just want a different life.
So
here's my question, okay? If this man, her ex-husband, was working like that and they didn't have no resources, an intelligent man that hears that has to ask the question here. What type of expenditures were going in and out of their household? What type of expenditures were going out? Were the expenditures necessities? Did somebody have some type of illness? Because if the reason why they didn't have the things that they wanted was because somebody had to have all types of luxury crap, things that you buying that don't generate income, I would have to ask, how is somebody working that hard, but they're not getting ahead? That don't add up unless there's some type of extenuating circumstances, okay? So those are some questions I would have when I first heard it. I was like, yeah, but you know, I want y'all to listen to it though, because she wasn't happy though. That's what she said. She wanted a different lifestyle. Let's let her continue.
long story short, you wanted a different life and lifestyle than he was able to provide. And so you said, you know what, this, I'm out of here. I need more money.
I was selfish and took advantage of a real unfortunate situation, which was...
You took advantage of a simp. That's what you did. And family, listen, I'm sorry. I have to be petty because I just literally saw this and it came into my mind. I want y'all to look at the head that's on the screen here, this woman here. Because, yeah. Does she not look like a Klingon with a smooth forehead? Because, you know, the Klingon had a little rough forehead. You know, the Star Trek Klingon. She kind of looked like a little Klingon with a smooth down forehead, in my opinion. I'm just saying, look, man, it literally just popped into my head. I'm sorry. I saw it. Y'all had to see it, too. I think she does. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Let me know if I'm wrong. But, you know, little old smooth head Klingon here. But, hey, hang on. Let me let her get back to talking. Let me let her get back to it.
He loved me and David unconditionally, completely unconditionally. And when you love someone like that, you really accept their flaws and you accept less than what you should. So really, I should have been a better wife. Every time we saw each other, like you knew that was your soulmate, right?
Wow. I mean, so he was your soulmate.
I'm gonna blame all this on Patricia Jenkins because she said she has a bobblehead. Patricia Jenkins, this is your fault. Oh, she has a bobblehead. Hey, she do, man. Yeah, she do like one little Klingon bobblehead dog toys, man. But see, all jokes aside, family. Listen to how this woman is saying, oh, he was your soulmate. Oh. Never mind that she's saying, don't you think this was the dumbest thing you ever did in your life? Come on, man. See, women that really care about each other hold each other accountable. Same thing for the men. See, look, one thing I'll say about the brothers, man, if one of us come around the other and we talking about doing something stupid, somebody in the crew gonna be like, hey, bro, that don't make no sense. Don't do that, man. Think this over. If you do, bro, don't say nobody warned you. Some of these chicks will sit up here and hear this kind of stuff and they won't point out the fact that you're not gonna just get another dude like that. Because, see, Let me warn the young women about something, man, before you do what this woman did here. Now, unless she comes out and say this man was doing something to mistreat her, she didn't say it. So I'm just going to go on what she's saying. When you do that to men, word gets around very fast in the information age, okay? And whether it's a celebrity or a common class man, when you start leaving these guys for no reason, brothers gonna let the word be known. Hey, boy, be careful. You gambling. You gambling. And see, men are guarded about that today because we have a lot to lose if we built ourselves up by dealing with the wrong woman. This no-fault divorce crap, man, listen, dude. There's a reason why the marriage rates are not going up across all races. There's a reason. This kind of foolishness right here. But hey, you know, little old baby Klinger ain't got more to tell us. You know, I'm gonna let her continue.
It's hard because I knew how he still felt about me.
He just loved you.
He really did.
And you broke his heart.
Probably broke it with that big ass head, boy. Look at that thing, boy. I swear to God, man. Oh my goodness, man. Come on, man. Don't she look like a bowling ball with eyes and some curls? Boy, that thing is big, boy. I know she could run straight through a wall, boy, full speed. Hey, look, let me stop. Let me look. I'm just saying, man.
Oh, don't cry, too.
Man should always.
Boy, I tell you, man. I know. Hey, listen, man. I told y'all this is all Patricia Jenkins' fault. See, don't let her fool y'all. She's quiet and humble and innocent. Patricia Jenkins put me up to all this, so I'm gonna blame you, sister. It's gonna be your fault tonight. Oh man, listen, man. But see, all jokes aside, listen, sisters. I'm gonna tell you like this: you're grown. You can do what you want to do. All I'm gonna tell you is, if you realize that you have a good man, and you hit a situation in your relationship or your marriage where it starts to look like you're having issues, the number one thing I would hope that you cultivated in the beginning of whatever relationship or marriage you in is good communication between the both of you. Go to your partner and talk first. At least make the attempt. Now, if it turns out to be something that's irreconcilable on both ends, okay, then you got a decision to make. Before just okay, I'll just chuck one and get another one. What's the one that divorced the husband there? The twin or Tia, Tamara, whichever one it was, the one that married the Hardrick guy, okay? Now she's talking about she ready to find love again. Good luck with that, because see, in those circles, word travels very fast. Ain't no another dude with his value gonna come along and marry you. And he wasn't the wealthiest guy, but hey, he was successful more than most men. I don't know what make them think that they can just hop out of something for no good reason and then just get another one. It don't work like that today. I'm telling you, those days are gone. They're gone. I'm warning y'all, don't do that, man. You got a good dude, man. You better hold on to that. You better try to work that out. You better, because see, listen, man, the dudes are gonna be just fine. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Especially if you're a brother. That's in short supply. Masculine men that believe in taking care of women in a traditional sense, as long as those women are traditional with their values. You go ahead and hop out the ship if you want to, looking for greener pastures. Okay, don't say nobody warned you. So this is the other thing here that's been making the rounds. A lot of people sent me this. They wanted my take on this. I'm going to give it to you. We're going to play this clip, first of all. And again, like I said, it is not this sister's size that makes her unattractive. She has a beautiful skin complexion. It's going to be that attitude. Now, a lot of y'all probably like, well, what did she say that was wrong? I'm going to show you in a minute. Let's let this clip play.
Make away. I feel like I'm not gonna work my hands to the bones to provide. I'm not gonna work 16 to 20 hours a day or a week to provide for my family. You're the man. You have the penis. Go get a job. Get 3 jobs. My man has 2 jobs. Go get 7 jobs and 2 side hustles to buy me the things that I want, because I'm a woman.
Okay. Y'all wanted me to react to this? That's what you're going to get. So now, I agree with the man being the primary provider. Got no issue with that. That's how I was raised. Don't have no problem doing it. Can cover the cost to be the boss 365 days a year, 24/7. Problem that in that statement, she said to buy me the things I want, get 6 or 7 jobs. See, first of all, today, It is good to know how to work hard as a man, but I'm going to tell you, you better learn to work smarter and not harder. Okay? Learn to work smarter and not harder today. That's what I encourage young men to do. Yes, knowing how to work hard is good, but learn to work smarter. You use your time and your energy more efficiently and expand that into markets that can bring you passive income, because that's the sweet spot when you start getting your passive income, okay? But see, here's what she said that was wrong. She's talking about the things I want. First and foremost, a man takes care of the things that are needed first. Needed. Key word, needed. She talks like she has an entitled attitude. Let me tell you something, ladies. I want you to listen up. If you want to run away good men, present that entitled attitude to a man and see what happens. So let me give you a simple equation. And don't believe me, put this to the test. The women that approach good men and ask for the least are the ones that are given the most. You know why? Because see, if a man sees that you value him for who he really is, and he's got the ability to provide a good life for you, he's gonna automatically want it. You ain't gonna have to ask. Let me tell you something, man. The brothers that fit that criteria that I'm saying, you have to stop them from doing things for you. They be like, hey, listen. It's been a minute since we went out somewhere. Come here. Where we going? I already got a trip planned. Just pack your bags. Don't worry about it. Come on, let's go. You know what I'm saying? A brother that really values a woman that has a humble mindset, he gonna make sure that you look good, especially if he's a brother like myself that believes in keeping my own personal appearance up to a certain par. I'm damn sure gonna make sure my woman is up to par with me, okay? Because that's a representation of me. But see, the opposite is the chicks that talking about, I deserve this, I want that. Boy, let me tell you what that do for men when we hear that crap. Just like it's certain things that a man can say that drop y'all box, that makes us, yeah. We be like, ooh, boy, that wallet get tighter and tighter. We're like, she's one of them. Ooh, boy, we allergic to that entitlement. Especially if you didn't earn nothing. And see, I know a lot of people like, well, she got a dude to do this or that. Yeah, but what kind of dude does she have, though? That's the question. Because see, is he a guy like Captain Turbo Simp that we reviewed earlier? That'll sit there and because look, I'm going to tell you how I know I'm probably right about that. A woman that has a good dude, especially a man that respects himself, she doesn't carry herself in that demeanor. Let me tell you, I know what I'm talking about. The women I deal with, they don't carry themselves that way. No, they are very humble. Okay. Now, when I say humble, I'm talking about in the sense of being respectful. They're not running around bragging, talking about what I deserve, this, that. Oh, no. That's not classy, first of all. No, that's not classy. You betray your femininity when you carry yourself that way. See, first of all, if you're worthy of those things as a woman, you don't have to ask a man to do that. Now, if it's a specific thing you want, there's nothing wrong with asking for that. But now, if your femininity is where it's supposed to be, that's your superpower right there. All this strong and independent. All right, how that working out for y'all? For those that want to do that. Okay, how that working out? Notice this. Let me make it simple so a lot of sisters, because a lot of y'all, you don't know what you're talking about. Okay, watch. Notice how the brothers treat the women that are resting in their femininity, as they all like to say, the kind-hearted sisters. Those are the ones that the brothers are offering to do things for, that are courteous. They're courteous to them out in public. But now you look at the flip side, the women that's running around hard, masculine all the time. Brothers tend to stay out their way. They're like, okay, she got it, bro. Ain't no need for me to even go over that direction. She got it. She holding it down. I'm telling you, femininity is your superpower. Don't you listen to these people. Because see, I'm going to tell you, if you didn't catch Professor Black Truth's latest moment of truth here, you need to go and listen to that. Oh, he made some very excellent points in that. You better listen to that and take everything in that he said, because I'll tell you briefly what it was about. He was pointing out the fact that you don't hear the media or any of these other like outlets referring to other races of women as king. Notice the woman king. They got some other crap coming out trying to call a woman a king. I'm like, okay, if the woman is the king, then who is a queen? You trying to say that the men are the queens? Smart women know when they're being set up because, see, understand, Professor Black Truth broke this down. Go listen to that latest moment of truth. When they strip you of your femininity, they can justify treating you like men. Do you understand what I'm telling you? If you somebody listening to this on the record here, if they strip you of your femininity, they can justify treating you like men. Is that what you want? You better start looking at some of these things that the dominant society are doing to sisters, even little black girls in these schools. See, the reason I'm pointing this out this way, I'm your brother, okay? I love you. And one thing that I don't like to see with our women is I don't like seeing y'all get played when you don't realize that you the butt of a joke that's right in front of your face. Because see, most of the sisters over here, y'all smart enough to catch that. Reject that. All this stuff trying to put you on equivalent par with men, no. They don't do that to no other race of women. If they tried, they'll be like, hey, whoa, don't do that. Don't strip us of our femininity. What's wrong with you? That's an essential thing to your life, your femininity as a woman. When they rob you of that, they rob you of who you are. You understand? Look at all these overgrown dudes that want to be called women. They putting up here with their sorry cowardly behind, want to compete in women's sports. You see how dangerous that is? Because some of these are contact sports. Boxing, okay, wrestling, I've seen it. And she was a big old overgrown white man with a damn wig on. See, when we tried to warn some of y'all years ago about co-signing that crap over there in the kaleidoscope community, y'all want to be buddy with them. And I don't hate nobody in that community. What I'm pointing out is a lot of y'all set the stage to allow what we see today. And then when they try to introduce the gender confusion, they're doing that for a sinister reason. Because it's not just to confuse you, okay? Because you can keep people that's confused conquered, okay? That's a warfare tactic. But primarily they're doing that to the women because they're like, okay, we're going to make you willingly abandon the greatest asset to your life. That's naturally supposed to be a part of you, your femininity. That way now, hey, we can treat you just like the men. You better seriously consider what I just said with that. That's something, man, that a lot of brothers, not just me, we've been trying to tell y'all, reject that foolishness, man. Just look around. What other races of women are trying to be referred to on par with their male counterparts in majority? You don't see the Asian women doing it. Hispanic women. Damn sure not going to see the white women doing it. East Indian, Arab women, they know better. They know what that means when you start looking at them as men. Okay? So I'm going to leave that right there. So now, this is the portion of the broadcast where I told you I wanted to get the sister's opinion on. Ladies, forgive me in advance, but if you haven't seen this. Now, those of you who are fully grown women, you got life experience, you probably already recognize something is wrong by the image that you see of this dude on your screen. I know y'all getting some vibes here, right? You probably are. I'm going to play this for you. And since y'all are the women, I'm going to ask y'all to give me some feedback once you hear this and see if this is something that you would find acceptable. Because, see, a relative sent this to me. And he said, cuz, you got to see this, man. You're not going to believe this. I'm like, okay, let me take a look at it. When I saw this, I was like, oh, hell no. So, ladies, don't be mad at your brother. Okay? I'm presenting it to you because I need to do the research to see if this is something y'all would find acceptable, because I'm going to tell you, I couldn't go for that. Listen, if somebody tried to do what's about to be presented here, we would have some real serious problems. So that's it. I'm going to let this play. And ladies, I'm going to ask some questions after I let you hear this. So let's let it continue here.
So I'm trying to figure out who are all these men that you got texting in your phone?
Can't have friends.
You got friends, but Eric specifically though, I seen some text messages in your phone from him talking about boo and bae. What's that about?
What about Eric? And why was you going through my phone?
Because.
And what text message are you even talking about?
I'm referring to the text message where it was like, ooh, baby, we had a great time last night. What was the great time that y'all had last night?
Oh yeah, you mean when we went to the football game and we hung out?
Okay, you can say that now, but what I don't get is why would you be calling him boo and bae then? Okay, if that's just your homeboy and y'all going to games and stuff together, that's fine and dandy. But if you call
boo and bae, never done it.
Well, he said it was him saying it.
Okay, so then maybe you need to talk to him because
ain't no point.
Yeah, I know, ladies. Listen. I'm sorry. My family member sent it to me, so I got to share this traumatizing experience with y'all because I love y'all so much. Okay, see, that's what friends are for. Listen, man, I got questions because first of all, I'm gonna ask question number 1. Ladies in the chat room, does not his behavior come across as, we shall say, somewhat glittery? I'm sensing some glitter, some confetti. Oh, I'm sensing some like some sprinkles. I'm sensing some fairy dust. I'm listening to the demeanor because see, let me tell you something, dude. I ain't got no partners that refer to me as boo and bae. Not no men. No, don't play with me like that. I'm gonna tell you something I have a problem with too. I love my brothers and respect my brothers in the conscious community, but when they started calling men beloved, I'm like, not me, player. Don't, Let me tell you how old school I am with that, right? And again, your lifestyle choice is your choice. I'm a straight man. I don't get down like that in no way, shape, form, or fashion. I remember back in the 90s when the trend started where, you playing basketball, they were patting each other on the ass. I beat the shit out the first dude that tried that with me. Cause see, I didn't, I was like, hey, bro, whoa, the nigga, no. What are you doing, bro? So, people explain to me, oh man, that's just what it is. I said, well, that's what y'all do. Don't do that. Cause the dude, I hurt that dude pretty bad. Cause I was like, hey man, that felt violent. Like, man, I went into a state of shock. What the fuck is this? I turn around and it ain't no woman back there. Oh, okay, yeah, I got to, He learned and everybody else learned real quick. That ain't the dude that you do that. You better give me a fist bump or something, boy. Don't reach. But my posterior and you a dude, man. Cause see, I'm gonna crumple you up like some origami. But listen, let me leave that alone. Ladies, do you sense the glitter and the fairy dust in his voice? Cause see, I'm gonna say it again, bro. I don't know none of my partners this straight. They call each other bae and boo and none of no, bro. What is you doing? Is this acceptable, ladies? I'm just trying to figure out how many ladies in my chat room, would find be like, oh, that ain't no big deal. And what's with that shirt? Oh, I'm looking at the shirt. I'm looking at the whole the ripped jeans and stuff. Hey, yeah, boy. Then your little pudgy build. He kind of, I don't know, man. He looked like a little sugar dumpling. Now, if that's what he want to do, he need to come on out and admit that he's on the sugar dumpling side of the game. This is the day and age you can come on and do that. Okay? Listen, I think she probably missed a couple of things because, see, I'm going to tell y'all what some of y'all better start looking out for. You got some of these little old dudes that look like this, all suspect. Shit, your lipstick start missing. Damn, I just ordered, man, some of this MAC lip gloss. Why in the hell I only got 2 left? I had 5. You start seeing your underwear going missing. Notice that some of your shoes ain't in your closet no more, man. Outfits that that you should have ain't in there. I'm just saying, boy, y'all better start looking at some of these things, man. I'm just telling you. But hey, I'm gonna leave it alone, man. We're gonna get back to it because I want y'all to hear the rest of what Buddy's trying to say about what she's confronting him about. Because this is one of the strangest things I ever seen, man. Yeah, let's let it continue.
I don't understand why you coming up to me talking about named Eric, who's my homeboy, who I just hang out with every once and now and again.
Because you're my man.
And you shouldn't be going through my phone anyway. And what does me being your man got anything to do with him? I'm here with you.
It has to do a lot with him because I want to.
Did y'all see the way this dude did his I'm here with you? Them lips was kind of puckered. And what's with these extra animated hand motions? I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. It's some syrup. This boy's giving me syrup vibes, man. This is kind of on like I said, the sugar roll side of the game right here. But hey, that's just my opinion. I'm gonna let it continue.
Understand? Why would you be calling him boo or bae?
I don't call him that.
Well, he's calling you that. So you gonna tell me the truth about your relationship?
So I'll have a conversation with Eric, and I'll let him know that you're uncomfortable with his language. Because that sounds like something that's between you and him.
It's not something that's between you and him. Eric don't owe me. Yes, it does have something to do with you because it's you and me together.
Yes.
You and me together, and you're allowing that.
You're my bae. You're my boo. So then why are you coming up to me talking about how some other dude is talking to me? I'm not talking to him that way.
But you're
My question is, and I already know the answer, but I got to throw it out here. Why are you comfortable with another man playing with you like that if he was playing? First of all, I'm just going to say it, man. I'm probably finna upset some folks. I know I am. Straight men don't play like that. We don't play like that. We don't. I'm going to take it a step further. These little dudes on these shows, which I don't watch, but I hear about, what power and all of this, y'all, we've heard the complaints. What's the little dude, man? Every time you see him, you know it's finna be some Rump Ranger action going on. What's the little dude, the character name? Because you don't watch the crap. I can't remember his name. Help me out, chat room. What's the little dude on the show Power, man? What's his name? You know, because it's become a running joke. Like, hey, if you see little buddy on there, here it come, boy. Here it come. What's the little dude name on the show Power? Yeah, help me out of check. Because like I said, I don't watch that crap, man. I don't watch it. Listen, man, when you see the little dude on there, man, you know it's going to be some problems on that show, okay? Drew, there it is, Patricia Jenkins, the Drew dude, yeah. See, he giving some Drew energy over here, man. Because see, first of all, if you able to play that kind of part, don't tell me you know straight, man. Just come out and say, hey, man, I'm over here on the Kaleidoscope community side of the game, and that's what it is. Nobody gonna knock you for that. Just let people know. How you look, I'm just gonna make it plain for me. If I was an actor, there's no way you gonna bring me no script. Yeah, GBS, we got the script for you. Okay, so now it's a love scene. Okay, cool, no problem, it's a love scene. I got you. All right, so what do I gotta do? Well, yeah, you're gonna kiss the interest. Okay, you're going to grab the cheeks and this, that, and third. Okay, all right, cool. So now then I'm looking at it. Then in come a dude. All right, lights, camera, action. With who? Where the woman at? Oh, well, this is the guy. Oh, hell no. Nope. Not your boy. Nope. You better get somebody else to do it because it ain't going to be me. Nope. You better go bring a woman in here if you want. And then I got to make sure it's one's trying to trick her. Ain't no way, bro. Ain't no way. You're not going to tell me that these dudes is slobbing on each other is actually straight men. How you do that, bro? And then, like, you supposed to be straight. Well, it's just acting. I don't give a fuck what it is. You slobbing. Look, straight men don't engage in no type of sexual or intimate activity with other men. You not going to do that and tell me that, oh, man, I'm straight. No, you not. Unless you the Malik Yoba version of the straight, because we all remember that notorious interview on the Breakfast Club. Oh, yeah, we were, what they call it? Stepping up, man. You better step up out of my face, boy. I don't know, man. No, brother. But see, I think the sister on here, she ignored several obvious signs because how many of y'all would wear this shirt, brothers? I'm just saying. I'm looking at his grooming and everything. I ain't finna be, look. I don't want to wear no ripped up jeans and stuff. No, bro. That whole attire is just saucy and sassy to me. That's me as a man. Y'all let me know what y'all think, ladies in the chat room. I'm just saying. If this was your dude and you found out he had other dudes calling him bae and boo, and then he have this type of reaction when you confront him about it.
What you talking to me for? What you telling me for? That's a conversation you and him need to have.
What? Oh, boy. Hey, you can't make it up. Let's let it continue.
I want him to talk to you like that. So make that make sense.
I'll have the conversation.
Make that make sense.
I'll have the conversation then.
What do you mean you gonna have a conversation? Okay, well, cool. You will have your conversation with Eric, but right now you're having a conversation with me, and I need you to still help me understand what else is going on.
So what else are you pressing me about?
I'm pressing you about the super fact is that, yeah, you telling me this, but I don't believe that that's the truth.
I'm so sick and tired of this. Every single day, you come up with another thing and another excuse.
But don't be calling each other boo and bae if they're not sleeping together or doing some other.
Myself, bro.
You don't have to keep repeating yourself. You can actually tell the truth.
If that's how he talks, that's how he talks. So if you got a problem, then you talk to him. Don't be coming up to me about some text message of something I ain't even said.
Eric ain't my friend though. Eric is your friend and your phone saying that. It does make sense. It makes perfect sense to me that I'll be talking to you about it because you're the person that owes me the loyalty and the truth.
Bro.
Nah, I'm not going nowhere.
Well, you won't keep getting the same results. So I don't know what you want from me.
I want the truth. I want the truth. So you sitting up here like, yeah, babe, and all this other stuff, and you keep trying to say it's just him. I believe it's you too. You could have deleted the messages for all I know.
Ladies, is it that bad out here? Is it that bad out here? I got to ask the question. Sisters, is it this bad out here? Is this what's being settled for? I look, again, no disrespect to the Kaleidoscope community. Do what you do. Live your truth, as they say. But my question is, sisters, when you see dudes in this type of attire, see, this is what I want to ask sisters. Y'all let me know in the chat. I came up in the Gen X era, like I said. Baggy jeans, okay. Solid masculine colors. Right now, in my wardrobe today, I don't have no floral patterns and no bright, chippy, cheery colors like that. You're going to find solid grays, blacks, brown, things of that nature, okay? The closest I'm going to come, you might see some purple, some dark royal purple or something, okay, in my shirts or whatever. But these floral patterns, so my question is this, ladies, this attire when these dudes wearing pants that's tighter than yours, do y'all really let that slide as masculinity today? Now, I understand that I'm a Gen X and the millennials, y'all might get down a little different. Let me know, brothers. You know, I get it, the skinny jeans, but when that came in, let me tell you, I have never put on a pair of skinny jeans and never will. First of all, I couldn't fit it to none. God damn it, but I don't want to either. When your man is trying to try on your clothes, come on, man. What is going on? Is it that bad? I need to know. Like, what the hell is going on? Negro sitting over here got a dude calling him Bay and Boo in his phone. Come on. I don't know nobody that play like that in my circle. I don't. Oh, let's let it continue. He's still defending himself. Y'all let me know if y'all believe or not.
You ain't got nothing to say for yourself. You just have nothing to say for yourself.
See,
whatever.
Oh, man. Sometime a new phone feature comes out and then all of a sudden, now we're using it.
It ain't got nothing to do.
But it says sometimes a new phone feature comes out. And that's what the level of gaslighting that this clown just tried to pull on this sister. I feel bad for this sister. I do. See, ladies, listen. I threw this in here because just like I was talking to the brothers about what you allow when it comes to disrespect, this is completely disrespectful. And see, this is one of the things that women gonna have to learn how to stop doing, especially women like this. Let me correct myself. Women like this. If you see something in front of your face and it's this, if it walk like a duck, talk like a duck, it quack like a duck, damn it, it's a duck. Why are you having this long conversation about this? The conversation should have been short. If you got to go live, cut it on, confront about it. All right, cool. This is the end of this relationship. You like to deal with men that you let call you Bay and Boo. This atrocious outfit you got on, your sassy, saucy, glittery behavior, this relationship is over. End of story. What is all of this? What is this long conversation? And see, the good brother up here, ATL 007 said on Twitter, I assume you're a millennial. Hey, brother, I'm just asking questions, man. I'm just asking questions. I ain't trying to throw all of y'all in there, man, but I just want to know, man. Like, what's going on? How is this acceptable? You know, how is this? But, you know, like I said, ladies, he said it's a new phone feature now. I don't know on either of my phones. I don't have a feature that automatically sends a text and call nobody, hey, boo, hey, bae. I don't have that. All right. Now, I don't know if you can program phones to do that. You probably can. That's nowhere on mine. My phone has never just, if I text somebody, hey, bae or boo, I had to type that or speak it into voice to speech, text to speech, or what have you. Before is it just, yeah, bae, boos? No, man. And that shit better not be, listen, let me tell you something, dude. Brother, I know, send me a message like that. Ain't finna be no more text. It's finna be a phone call. Hey, bro. Check this out. Check your phone, bro. Yo, did you were trying to text a chick or something? Cause let me screenshot you what you sent me, bro. This here, hey, babe, boo. Make sure you get your number right. Now, I know mine look like hers, but listen, bro, I know that wasn't me. It couldn't have been meant for me. We would get that straight quick, fast, and in a hurry. Oh, that'll be the last time that shit happen. I'm trying to tell you now. I'm trying to tell you. But hey, he said it's a phone update feature. So y'all let me know about the new update that's, just sending out babes and booze to folks. But hey, let's let it continue.
Whatever. I sound stupid. Just tell the truth.
All right, go ahead.
You gonna keep on putting on this facade?
You got it.
I got what? Because I ain't got nothing. Because you ain't told me nothing. You ain't told me the truth.
He's even sitting sassy on the sofa, man. Look at it. I'm just saying, bro. Oh.
You rude. You rude and disrespectful. And bet I will have a conversation with Eric. We gonna all have it. How about that? Whatever.
Why have a conversation with Eric when you know what you know, sister? Again, ladies, don't put up with that type of disrespect. Don't do it. When you see that kind of stuff, clearly he don't have enough respect for you to just come tell you what it is. That's his boo thing. Yes, because ain't no straight men playing like that. We don't do that. And I'm going to assume that the millennial men don't play games like that, at least not foundational Black Americans. Maybe that's the tilted class. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's them that think that shit is cute. Because I know we don't. You know what I'm saying? Most of us don't play like that. So, if you're a millennial in here, feel free to, to represent and let us know that we right about that. You know what I'm saying? So, anyway, like I said, she allowed that to get to that point. She probably was ignoring certain things that she saw. And I was joking earlier about stuff going missing, but I'm just saying, if he on the sassy side of the game, he probably using some of his latest products and stealing some of her clothes. Yeah, that's probably some of her clothes he got on with them damn jeans. But hey, I'm going to leave that alone. So we're going to move along to another lesson we got to teach you about disrespect and what happens when women choose to go the hard route and continue to be disrespectful towards men that don't deserve it. We're going to let y'all get some wisdom from our good pal, friend of the channel, Mattress K. Williams. Let's let her talk because she has some words of wisdom she's got to share with all of y'all. And if you want to end up like her, follow this advice.
Me a little bit, only because I'm like, what are we doing as men that these great women are out here and they got to do this?
Well, I'm going to be candid with you.
Okay.
Again, anybody could go get the club shot up.
Yeah,
I mean, let's be clear. I'm really not, if you're not the love of my life and also somebody that I trust to make business decisions with, I'm really not trying to co-parent with you. There's certain things, y'all, at this point in my life, at almost 40, I'm really not trying to negotiate with you about getting my child immunized. It's non-negotiable. I'm not playing with you when it comes to my kids' education. There's certain, you know what I mean? I know that might not sit well with everybody. That's not so politically correct, but I think I'd rather go it alone.
So masculinity.
And she will go it alone because there's no one coming of any value to Mattress K. Williams. Now, see, let me explain something. The problem that I had with Charlamagne the Simp, he said that, what are we doing wrong that all these great women are freezing their eggs? Because as y'all saw on the screen, it was about women freezing their eggs and all of that. Charlamagne, it's not that the women are so damn great. The ones that are choosing to do that are the stubborn heifers that can't pair bond with a man, so they think that they're going to usurp natural order and go with freezing the eggs and all of that. Let me tell you something. If you've gotten down to that point as a woman that you can't get along with no man, and that's what you're trying to do, good luck with that. Good luck with that. Because see, in the end, what your selfish behind is doing, you choosing to be artificially inseminated to have a child that doesn't have a father present. We don't need no more of that in our community by choice. We don't. So if y'all want to end up like Mattress K. Williams, do what she did and you'll get the same results. Because see, the good thing about the information age today, when people do silly stuff, you can see it in real time. We have the greatest body of work of these stubborn little hard-headed Mattress K. Williams clones. Okay, and y'all know why I call her that. You're getting the same result. Woman after woman after woman after woman after woman. You see that go that strong, independent rock, okay? And let them call you kings and all this other stuff, and then you end up miserable by yourself. I'm glad the younger women can see this because, see, they've got time not to make the same mistakes if they want to be married to decent men. Do not let this society make you throw away or rob you of your femininity. That is your lifeline as a woman. When you lose that or throw it away, you're done. And now that we just talked about femininity and what it should be and how important it should be to women to fight for it. We got to talk about masculinity because, see, I like this. This is what Brother Rizza Islam is about to say. I'm going to let this play, and then I'm going to give my thoughts on what the brother's saying here.
It is a problem because it is a condition where you will fight back, which is the number one thing that they never wanted. Where there are masculine men, there are safer environments. And what do I mean? This whole toxic masculinity farce that people try to toss out here. The term toxic masculinity came from two Caucasian men. There we go again. Shepard Bliss and Robert J. Stoller. Number two, if that term came out and then it became overshadowing of what masculinity is, it blurs the lines of what masculinity is and what it is not. So now what people perceive as masculinity is putting their hands on a woman. That's masculine. No, that's not what masculinity is. Masculinity would prevent a man from putting his hands on his woman. Masculinity protects the community. Masculinity raises and respects children. Masculinity secures women. Masculinity makes it to where you're not going to step over here and not get checked if you don't operate properly. That's what masculinity is. Toxicity is the opposite of masculinity. You can't even put those together because the other thing is you knew it was an agenda because you never hear people talk about toxic femininity. But it's always toxic masculinity. Why? Because the agenda is to make the man weak. Because if you have weak men, you have women who are not going to be able to be protected. So if they don't have their security, we will be able to take control of them. It is the same tactic in a new package in this generation where they are looking at make sure we are able to destroy them slowly but surely and make sure they don't have any men to protect them. Even though women can protect themselves, they shouldn't have to.
There he was.
Now, you heard what the good brother, wise young brother at that, Rizza Islam had to say. I concur and I agree wholeheartedly. And at the end, you heard him say that women can protect themselves, but they shouldn't have to. I agree with that as well, but let's be clear. Women cannot protect themselves as well as men. They can't. They cannot. They cannot. There's no disrespect. We have plenty of women that are trained to fight hand to hand. In combat sports, we have plenty of veteran soldiers that are women. It is not the same. You are not on the same level as men. Somebody break into your house early in the morning, even if you got that firearm, okay, you're not going to really have the same composure as most men, okay? And in the average situation, now you have some exceptions to the rule, but we're not talking about the exception to the rule, okay? Because, see, I put that in there for a reason because he's right. The agenda is to effeminize and weaken the man. And then when you have weak men, like little glitter ball that we just reviewed that got grown men texting them, calling them Bay and Boo. When you have weak men, weak men destroy things. Another weak man that we have to talk about, and I'm probably going to go ahead and go in on him now that his wife is giving her side of the story. Another weak man is Derrick Jackson. Oh, yeah, I'm going up with it. Derrick Jackson is big and overgrown and swole as he is. He's a weak man because you sit there and you played with that woman and you damn near broke her mindset. That woman was having a nervous breakdown. If you seen her Instagram, she was running around dressing, looking like something out of a Batman villain or something. Oh, man, just all them crazy outfits. Now, she seems to be leveling out. I've seen her, okay, sister getting her hair done, dressing like she got some sense. And I'm glad to see that because I want to see her bounce back from that. But see, that little punk, if that's what he wanted to do, hey, man, be honest about it, man. Just let people know up front if you need more than one woman. Just say that, man. Let her make that decision. Don't destroy that woman, man. Get married to her, have kids, and then just embarrass her like that. You see what I'm saying? And look, like I said, again, it's about what we allow, men and women, okay? I'll leave that there because I'm going to touch on that probably in a future broadcast. But see, this is why you do need men because, see, I wanted to include this in here. At the end of that, what Brother Rizza just said to further prove the point. Think about what this situation would have been if there was no man here to handle this. I want y'all to listen to this and really think about this because, see, when we talk about the value of men, everybody starts thinking about money. I've said it before, I'll say it again. We bring more to the table than just our financial resources. If you think that that's all a man is money, then you really don't understand manhood. I want y'all to listen to this, and then y'all tell me that would you rather not have a man in the house when this situation happened?
And then right there in the kitchen.
Half naked.
Right.
Can you imagine? That girl just 12 years old, and it turns out the stranger in her room at 7 o'clock Sunday morning was a next-door neighbor. The child's family just moved to a house near Homeview Drive in Montana Avenue 2 weeks ago.
She was really smart. Like, she hid under the cover, turned her light down, turned her volume down on her phone to text me. And then when she peeked under the cover to see where he was at, and she got up and she ran away.
He has a long history of convictions for drugs, trespassing, and fleeing police. But most disturbing, a guilty plea in 2001 for sexual misconduct. Court records say he got a 15-year-old girl pregnant.
He got undressed in my daughter's room. Like, what was your intentions?
Told him get out, and he didn't want to move.
Right.
And he growled at me, and he ended up getting 6 shots. Period.
There he was.
Oh, that had a beautiful ending to it. Oh, yes, it did. See, ladies, that is the value of a man. But see, I'm going to tell you something. The only thing I would have did different if I was in that situation, I wouldn't have told his ass nothing. You violated when you crossed the threshold of my home without permission. And you in here where my daughter is? Yeah, you got them see. Boy, I ought to hit his ass with something that would have made his ass disintegrate. Wouldn't have been no just 6 shots, but hey, I'm going to leave that right there. My point is this. The value of a man extends far beyond our money and resources. It extends to our problem-solving ability, our ability to protect, our ability to keep a cool head when there's crisis, our ability to make sure that we're raising on our end of it, our children to have good character, okay? Making sure that they understand what the example of a man is supposed to be for the young boy who has to grow up to be a man, and for the young girl who needs to know, okay, this is the template of what you look for when you get old enough to entertain a man. If he doesn't meet the requirement that you saw your father get up and do every day for this family, don't you bring that man to this house, okay? There are the other qualities that men bring to the table, all right? So again, in closing, I did this broadcast to touch on several things that people want me to speak on and to remind you that understand that disrespect starts with what we allow people to get away with. Sometimes giving people the benefit of the doubt too long leads to you being disrespected. Do not let people disrespect you, especially if you haven't given them that in return, okay? So with that said, I hope everybody learned something from this. Salute to everybody. Take care of yourselves out here, Black first, and I will see you all in future content.